Hi, my name's Bryce. Welcome back to VHS Play. Totally forgot I was, recording things. It was just like, oh man, I'm so excited to play Metroid Prime. Anyway, VHS Play. My name's Bryce. Did I cover everything? I don't know. Last time we fought a giant rock, and hooray, that boss fight's done. We don't have to do it again ever. Hooray! Let's get some fire shot at us. I'm behind by like 20 seconds. Like, I just totally spaced out. It's like, okay, yeah, do my counts, hit start. Alright, cool, we're loading in. Oh, right, I'm supposed to be saying things. This game just, it distracts me. It's real good. I like it. Surprise. If this is the first episode you're in on, boy howdy, are you in for some surprises about how much I like this game. Spoilers, it's a lot. Oh, right, I'm low on missiles. That sucks. Okay. Now that we're not getting shot at. Oh, right. This is, I forgot, this is one of the few rooms where you can use the thermal visor in Magmore and not have it just completely blown out. This machine is functional, but is currently not receiving power. 3 nearby power conduits must be energized for it to open. Blast of electric energy will energize the conduits. The conduits radiate some heat that is... yeah, right. That's why this works here, because West Channel door sealed thermal visor works in this room specifically because there are electrical panels to find. Oh look, I found one. Again, technically the thermal visor is not required for beating the game. It's a nice to have because boy howdy, just knowing the locations of these, like every time we see them, they seem to be behind these sorts of grates, which is fine in the cases that we've seen it so far, but when we get to future areas, that that hint is just so much harder to read. This machine is now operating at full capacity. Access to West Tunnel door granted. Lava within the chamber has been cooled. Access to East Chamber, blah blah blah. Getting a little sloppy on the reading of things. I'm just so excited. I like this game a lot. Alright. Need to like bring it back a little bit. Just again, kind of playing catch up because I spaced out when I was loading in. It was just like, oh right, I'm recording a thing. Access to North Channel door granted. Lava within channel has been cooled. Camera, you have done me. You have done me wrong, camera. Alright, I think that's all that there is to find here for now. There is one thing of note here, and that is this door up this way? Me. Heck. Which is very much just like, oh hey, hooray, there's a door. Oh no. Unstable benzium debris blocking path. conveniently placed enemies that will always drop power bombs, I believe. But then you can see the impact crater from out here, and just like, man, all these world interconnections, they actually kind of make an amount of sense. Not too much sense, but like just enough to be believable. I was worried for a moment. I just remembered, it's like, oh right, I never went this path. Are these things going to be here? Bottle Spore, the sentient floating lava mollusk protected by an impenetrable shell. A mollusk spore opens when approached, attempting to intimidate with its size. When opened, direct fire to its mantle causes it to flip into a defensive position. If it can slam shut, it ejects a spread of harmful energy globules. This is fine. You're nothing new, right? Yeah. Objects out of scanning range. If only we had a grapple hook. Alright, so thermal visor in most of Magmore looks like this, where it's just bright orange, like fairly illegible. Like you can still just make out like the shapes of things. Whew. Didn't realize that was a research thing. New research. The hanging rock structure appears to have a weak spot near its base. Some stalactites can be dislodged from ceilings, allowing them to be used as platforms to cross otherwise unreachable areas. Okay, I could have scanned it afterwards. And there's a few more of those, but yeesh. Forgot that counted as a research blob. It's like, I know it's not this room, but I always want to double check that it's not this room. So this is one of the more dangerous areas of the randomizer version of Metroid Prime. Just because it's like, they're expecting you to have double jump at this point. But yeah, they're like expecting you to have double jump at this point, and also just like, as it turns out, lava still hurts a fair amount. But if you come in here, like, you can get in here once you have the wave beam, I believe. No, you don't even need the wave beam. You just need to get across the lava pool. So yeah, like, the way the logic of the actual game works out is that you shouldn't be able to get in here until you have Like, basically, you're meant to come back. You're meant to come through here the way that I did, where it's through the back of Fendrana. And then you get back to this lava pool, and it's like, oh, right, there's a giant thing of lava, but hey, look at this. We've got a magnetic railway system. Which, yes, I scanned. You always get those funny little corners where it's like the controls aren't quite sure what to do. And I guess, yeah, you're supposed to just go all the way down, but dropping's faster. But yeah, in the randomizer, if you get Spider Ball early, then you can get through here. But once you're on the other side of this railway, you're kind of in a really dangerous place where they're expecting you to double jump. And without it, it can be real bad. Let's see. We have a lot of stuff. So many things that we didn't have before. The question is, do I go up here or do I go around? To the other. We're going up this way. We're just going to confirm that we do have the scan on this tower. So it's truth, strength, elder is. I'm surprised that's number 3. Sun chamber. Okay, cool. Well, such devastation, that is not my intention. For my next trick, I will pay not nearly enough care or attention to all of the dangers of Magmor. Hi, Ice Buster. Bye, Ice Buster. Nothing. So you can kind of see the shift in the gameplay at this point. Like, we're shifting out of, like, the need to scan everything because, you know, we've already been through here, we've scanned these enemies, so we don't need to scan things further. So things are getting just more active, and we can just, like, go about our merry way. By the way, there are magic invisible platforms. These ones do, like, sync as you are standing on them, though, so it's very easy to get to this item, which I think was just a missile. It's very easy to get that without the requisite X-ray visor. We'll wait until we get X-ray visor, though. Also, now that we have double jump, we can just go over the fence. Regional climate analysis complete. Abnormally low temperatures at ruin site. So anyway, chosen artifact. This is the artifact of nature, the 8th of 12. I'm suddenly real wondering if I failed to scan that. Oh, the panic is real. Alright, excuse me while I forget which direction I'm going. This way, alright. It's fine. It's fine. I know that I scanned it. But boy howdy. Oh, that fear of I haven't scanned a thing maybe yet. It's like that there are those it is really frustrating that I can't scan like all of the Chozo artifact locations until a certain point. I don't know what that certain point is. There is a little bit of collision at the top of these elevators, and it's really easy to bounce off of it. It's those branches up there. That is a time for single jumps, not doubles. Anyway, I think what it is that there are... I don't think you can get the artifact scans until you have first entered an area. Like, I think that is put in as kind of like a, you know, quote-unquote, don't spoil it sort of deal. Runic symbol has been scanned and lit up something. Activated. There are 4 in this room. Find the 4 MacGuffins. Hey, we found the 4 MacGuffins. I have most definitely not scanned these dudes. Ah, camera and junk. Why would you do this to me? Got him. Oculus, wall crawler that generates electric pulses. The Oculus exposes its single eye when active. The electrical field that covers it is enough to deter most predators. If the Oculus detects anything capable of presenting a real threat, it retracts into its impenetrable shell. We go again. Camera, please. Camera. What direction do you want me to go? Is there... I think there's a wasp stuck in that block. There is. Oh my goodness. Okay, you know what? What a nuisance. Man, something went wrong with this. There's a little scripted thing here. Or at least there's supposed to be. I doubt it's going to fix itself if I go and come back, but... yeah, there should be a little spook here. No, that's a bummer. So, what should have happened is, like, when we came through that last door, there should have been something there. And then it should have been, like, there for just long enough to fly away. And specifically, it's one of these. Aberration Chozo Ghost. Spectral entity, bioelectric field, and vulnerable to natural energies. As these entities phase in and out of existence, the only way to track them accurately is with X-ray scanning. This partially phased nature makes them invulnerable to natural energy types such as fire, ice, and electricity. Their aggressive and erratic behavior is most likely due to the corrupting effects of Phazon in the Talon 4 environment. They appear to be drawn to Chozo religious sites, where they wreak havoc upon anything that dares enter this area. So, Chozo Ghosts are supposed to have, like, the coolest intro. I don't know what entirely happened, but I'm sad that it did. because that little, like, ghost flying away thing is a really cool little, just like, what the heck was that? And it's a proper little spook. But then, like, after they have this really cool, like, you know, enemy intro, they just suck to fight. They are just the worst. Because, as suggested, hooray, the vines are gone now. As suggested by the scan entry, they are easily tracked with X-ray. And, of course, the last visor we get is the X-ray visor. Chozo artifact. This is the artifact of the wild, the 4th of 12. That's not the direction I want to go, actually. Actually, maybe it is. Trying to decide how much of a sweep I want to do of this place. Let's do a bit of a sweep. Because there's a ton of items and stuff that I just kind of left because, well, we didn't have a lot of stuff last time we were around here. Granted, by the time we left, we did actually have quite a number of things. Actually, it looks like we are all topped up on missiles and health. Hey. Great. Alright, and now that there's no more poison water, we can do this. It doesn't do anything, but take that boss fight. Camera, please. Get ourselves some missiles. Get ourselves some more missiles. And also, now that we have double jump, we can do this. Skip the first half of the puzzle. I probably should save. I should save. We'll play it safe because, again, this game can get pretty dicey real fast. Like, I'm not expecting that anything should be a surprise or anything, like, nothing's going to be a surprise, but things can go south real fast if you stop paying attention. And I've been real foolhardy so far today, so missiles. This ledge that I either always forget or didn't realize existed until recently. Sun is definitely being in my eyes. Alright, so, this tree is weakened. This is one of those checks that, like, the item just took me an obnoxious amount of time to figure out what I was supposed to do there. Because that's one of the few where they don't, like, give you some sort of indication of what's about to happen. They're just like, yeah, it's weakened. And the, you know, exactly what you're supposed to do to a weakened tree is left as an exercise for the reader. Those things do hurt when you just face tank them. So many of these things I could have already gotten. Like, anything that requires super missiles would have been, My dude. My dude. Nothing? Alright, thank you. But, like, you can see why I put this off. I think I'm going to need Ice Beam back here. But you know what? Let's just do it now. Yeah, I definitely need Gravity Suit. I think Ice Beam as well. Whoop. It is only... Maybe I can do it. Let's find out. That is not a ramp. I have been lied to you, map. So yeah, we definitely need a gravity beam, or... There is some sort of, like, speedrunning jump technique that you can use to, like, break through the physics to get up there. But yeah, we're definitely going to need Gravity Suit to do it the normal way. However, we can at least do this part, which I think is... What is it going to go? It's gotta be heading towards giving us Wave Buster. It's gotta be Wave Buster. Alright. It is in fact Wave Buster up there at the top. Very good news for me. There you are. New creatures entry. Morphology, plated puffer, mutated puffer with reinforced epidermis. Phase on exposure has created a mutant strain of puffers on Talon 4. They have developed plated skin, making them harder to burst Concussive weapons can still do the job, however. The gas within the plate puffer is just as deadly as with their cousins. Oh, that was a bad jump. Alright, so there's a trick here with firing missiles. If you hold up on the C stick to like keep switching back to power beam, then it like does an animation cancel. And that, oh geez, okay, let's just scoot a little bit so the sun's a little bit less in our eyes. Apparently, that trick also comes with an annoying, like, you're already in this beam noise just on repeat. So I'll stick with my, the trick I usually use, which is just, like, being on power beam and firing immediately after firing a missile. It's not quite as instantaneous, but, Wave Buster. Not quite as instantaneous, but it doesn't come with an annoying noise. Wave Buster acquired. Time to not use that for most cases. Its powerful attack uses missiles while active! Exclamation point. Using the wave beam, press and hold A to charge, Y to fire a missile. Additional details. Let's check out the additional details. Samus suit stuff. Sure. Beam combo. Of course. Interesting that I think that's supposed to be Ice Missile is the second one. Wave Buster is a wave charge beam combo. The potent blast auto-seeks targets in the area. The Wave Buster is a sustained fire charge. It costs 10 missiles to activate, then 5 missiles per second afterwards. Wave Buster will seek enemies without a lock-on. Did I read that right? Will? Yeah, will seek enemies without a lock-on. That's neat. I don't know if I mentioned this already, but like I didn't do a lot with missile combos my first time through the game. Just because it's like those missile costs are kind of high. I mean, granted, we've not quite doubled our missile count since the start of this episode, but oh, your death animation is so long. No. Alright, well, now that this, this water's good, and we have the spider bolt, we can just come on up here, go around the track, deal with awkward changes of camera angle. More missiles. Also, I totally didn't go this way earlier. Water toxicity levels returning to safe levels. Hooray. Yeah, this is actually where you're first supposed to encounter lava. I guess. Kind of, maybe? It's an optional path, so like it's one of those just like, hey, lava and heat. They're serious, don't, like, if you see a room with lava, maybe don't walk into it directly. It's like, it really looks like there should be something to scan there. Water toxicity levels returning to safe levels. When decay flows, the hatchling will walk a poison path to the source. The time of prophecy draws ever closer. It is said that when the plants wilt and the creatures change and all life fades, the newborn will descend from the sky. Okay, so there's no reason to go back up there, even though the way is now clear between us and Flagra's sun chamber. Now, there are a couple other things we can do back there. Do I want to go back and do them? Like, it's another one of those cases where I need to come back through here with the gravity suit. Let's grab them now. Let's just make our lives easier for a while. So, there is that little... there's not... Come on. Come on. Yep. Alright. Zoom in. There we go. Okay, so now that we can see this room clearly, there's that little, like, divot down in this bottom right area. Turns out there's a, you know, oh no, a secret. It's not really that much of a secret, but I think it's just, it's probably a missile. Everything's a missile. There's either a missile or a energy tank or something. Are you cordite or are you just missiles? Severely weakened. Sufficient base trauma. Boom. More missiles. Also, you don't need double jump to get up there. You can jump on the branches. Or whatever these are. And that's an important thing to know for randomizers. I have become stuck. Alright, so looks like, yeah, we do in fact need missiles. Okay. So we need gravity suit for it. But that's an easy find. Alright, again, we'll play it safe. And honestly, if I were smart, I'd call the episode here. But I don't wanna. I wanna keep playing. I like this game. I wanna I wanna make a little bit of progress, not just do a backtracking run the entire time. That, and I've thought of a decent episode name, and I'd like to use it on more than just backtracking. So let's do that. We'll just keep going. Get on up here. I don't know if I ever scanned that thing, but it will tell me to use morph ball bombs indirectly. Alright. Just double checking real quick. Yeah, okay. So this is the thing. Like, this is what we've been coming back here for, is this one spider rail. And that's why I don't really hold it against the hint system to be like, hey, you should backtrack this way, because that's a stretch and a half. To remember this one spider rail in this one very end of the world sort of thing. So there we have one of those ice beam doors that we can't open. Don't mind me just wondering if there's some way to achieve that out. Anyway, plated parasites are new. Hardy member of the parasite family and vulnerable to most weaponry. Did not realize that. A cousin to the parasite, these creatures are known for their amazing resilience. Field studies suggest a weakness to the morph ball delivered weapon systems. And that would be why I never realized that they had resistance to anything, because they sure oh, hello. They sure die to morph ball bombs. Chozo script translated. The cries of this dying land pulled us from our dreaming stage. Or states. And now we Chozo walk as ghosts while the great poison sinks into the trees and waters, devouring all life. Some creatures survive, but their forms grow as twisted and evil as the force that fell from the sky. The heart of the planet will succumb soon, and so will we. Even our ghostly states, already many Chozo have faded and passed into the unknown. The great poison is unlike anything we have glimpsed in this or any dimension. It eats away relentlessly, worming out life wherever it blooms and corrupting what it cannot kill. It will be our undoing. Our last hope lies in the cradle, this temple the temple we hope might contain the abomination. It is almost complete, hovering over the impact site, the dark heart of the spreading evil. If we can finish before the last of our kind drifts into madness or death, there's a chance for this world. If we fail, we are doomed with it. That music shift is pretty slick there. Like, we're shifting back to that original Chozo temple from the kind of active one, and it kind of indicates the shift back into exploration mode. Coordinate. Right. It's just a scan. Something behind the wall seems to have been deactivated. Something real fun about the randomizer is you can come through this door and just walk through that that blast shield. Only the holder of 12 shall face the worm. There's so few of these. Anyway, new research. Missile station. Step into these stations to fully reload your missile launcher. Missiles fully replenished. And I don't think there's any other lore. Nope. Radiation collector designed to absorb and store solar energy. They appear largely decorative. Identified as statue of Chozo Elder. According to Chozo lore, these statues served as the watchful guardians of tombs and shrines, and its outstretched hands are empty, as if awaiting an offering. But first, Ghost. Good job, Super Missile, on that tracking. Bounced off him, flew up into the sky, turned around, came back, and hit him. So this could be your first introduction to the Chozo Ghost. It's this or the Flogger fight, and I think for me it was the Flogger fight. Now, unfortunately, having fought this ghost, we now have the very unfortunate time of the Elder's greatest power lies beyond the second lock. The mechanical structure of the bridge indicates it can be rotated. And really low temperatures. I know, tint system, give me a break. It's getting missiles. So many missiles. I need missiles. Anyway, so since we've now fought this ghost, that means that many of the Chozo Ruins rooms will be full of ghosts now. Chozo Ruins translate Hollow Banner text reads, The Hall of the Elders. Hollow banners are pretty cool. Chozo lore Chozo script translated words. More and more our tormented minds turn to the newborn as the world continues to shift into brutal, disconnected images. She remains inarguably real, a fearless figure delving deeper into this blighted world. Unmindful of the terrors that await her. Was she this way before, when we Chozo found her, a fledgling orphaned on a savage planet? Did a warrior's pulse already beat in her veins, filling her with the righteous fury? Our hopes lie with her. We leave these messages for her, that she may find our artifacts and deliver the world from its evils. Wraiths we may be, but our reach is still long indeed. We shall fight the invaders and the poison they would master until the end. Oh, come on. Safety shield online, window secure. Field covering this slot is compressed of an energy signal that appears to be affected by heat. Same thing but cold. Same thing but electricity. Erratic electrical wavelength. A new path has been opened somewhere. I wonder if they put that message in originally, or if it was just like one of those things that like people didn't quite get it in playtesting or something. Or if they were just like afraid that people weren't going to get it. Or if it's just like a thing that was put in as like a general system and it only comes up like once or twice. Anyway, now that we can get up here real easily, I don't know why I'm trying to go back that way. I don't have an ice beam or anything. If only I had an ice beam. Boy howdy, sure would be nice to have an ice beam. No, stop scanning the toad. Drainage shutoff is holding maintenance, maintaining the water level of reflecting pool at 95%. Pressures indicate telluric alloy drain cover. The cover still functions, but its integrity is unstable. It would be a shame if somebody were to hit that. Good thing the fish go somewhere. I think I've seen speedrunning tricks involving these frogs where you can just, like, jump up on them. By golly, sure would be nice if I had an ice beam. Guess what? I have an ice beam. Ice beam acquired. Press C down to switch to ice beam. White doors can be opened with this weapon. This is a fun room for the randomizer because it is one of those doors where one side is blue, the other side is not. If you come into this room without the ice beam, you sure are trapped here. But you can open the door and take a look. But if you go in for the item, you better have ice beam. What am I looking for? I am looking for arm cannon, ice beam. Samus's notes with the ice beam, use ice beam to open white doors. The ice beam is quite effective against fire-based creatures. Charge the ice beam to increase the time an enemy will stay frozen when hit. Some frozen enemies will can be shattered by missile hits. That's the end. Already looked around. All right. Now, I know that's a save room, so I'm just going to leave it there for a second. Because boy howdy, we sure did just have a room right back here. I think I'm going to have to deal with ghosts. So many ghosts. So, something that makes Ghost extremely annoying to fight, aside from, not having the X-ray visor until much later in the game, is if they hit you with this, their little energy bolt thing, it causes you to, like, stun, you get stunned for a moment, and that will interrupt, like, any charging that you are currently doing. And as you can see, it's, like, fairly effective to fight them with Charge Beam. There you go. There we go. And with that nonsense sorted, also, real quick, we're just gonna dive through this hallway. Surprise! That comes back here. There's a Chozo lore that I just walked right by. Chozo script translated, a second plague has come upon the land, dousing the last flickering hopes of our race. Drawn by the very force we Chozo hope to contain, a host of marauding creatures descended from space and invaded our temple, the Cradle. They try in vain to destroy it, but its power remains beyond them for now. They possess some of the 12 artifacts we call the Cipher, yet do not comprehend their function. Ignorant creatures, they are blinded by delusions of harnessing the great poison for their own designs. They walk about as masters of the planet, assimilating the ruins of our sanctuary into their experiments. We can but watch and wait for our doom. There's like 3 in a row here, and I just walked right by them. Chozo script translated, the hatchling walks among us. Are these dreams, memories, foretellings? Time and reality swirl together like estuary waters, and we Chozo know what... Let's try that again. We Chozo know not what to believe. She appears as ghost-like as the Chozo, but at times the mists clear. We see her wounded eyes and remember the child we found so long ago. What has she become, this newborn? Clad in Chozo armor, wielding weapons our hands once held, does she dream of the Chozo as we once were? Does she long for her parents, lost to the same creatures that even now defile our sacred home? Does she still live? The prophecies tell of the coming of the worm. Born from parasites nurtured in a poisoned womb, the worm grows, devouring from within, until the world begins to rot. The words of the seers have come to pass, for there, in the depths of the world, the ravenous worm lurks and feeds. From the stars it came blighting talon with its great poison. We can but watch as the worm grows, watch and wait. For the prophecies also speak of a great defender, the one who delivers the world from evil. The final days draw near. Is the newborn the defender of which the seers spoke? We shall soon do all we can to aid her, for she bears our legacy as she bears the ancient armor and weapons of our people. They're talking about us! Alright, let's just make sure there's not like a fourth one up here that I just walked right by. I think it's just the 3. Yeah. Okay, you know what? Fine. Fine, Half-Pipe. I'm not going to leave you. I'm just going to go over here. I'm not even going to Half-Pipe out. I'm going to walk out. Serves you right. That's what you get. What are these tunnels? Oh, come on. Just leave me alone, Ghost. This is what makes the Chosen Ghost really annoying. It's just like, one, their music is just like at an 11. So it's just like a lot. And 2, they're just everywhere now. Like, they're just absolutely everywhere. So it's like, you walk into a room and then all of a sudden the music just turns up to an 11. They're a pain to deal with until you get the, X-ray visor. I think we have, in fact, doubled our missile count this episode, by the way. Where does that go? Okay, so where am I going to go, and what are the other paths? Where does that go? I think I should really wrap up, but I think this is a dead end. And unfortunately, the other route is kind of a red herring. So this goes back to Talon Overworld, but it's a different section of Talon Overworld we haven't been to yet. However, I think we can't do anything here. At least I'm fairly certain of it. We'll find out real fast. Also, yes, we did in fact double our missile count. So I think this is all just teasing a future. Yes, it is. Analysis shows wall shows rampant weakness due to severe weather saturation. Large traces of bendesium detected, which bendesium again is not something that we have a weapon that can deal with, but I can tell you off the top of my head that that is a power bomb problem. Also in this room, there's like this other door, but it's like all the way over there, and how do we get to it? If we look real carefully. Let me bring up the scan visor. Hopefully this is coming across. Like, I know my footage is kind of fuzzy. But there's something here. You can see, like, the raindrops landing on it. I think from here it's just like a real good jump. I don't think there's another intermediary platform anywhere. Also, just realize like the raindrops are like hitting Samus's hand and arm cannon and like actually bouncing off that. That's neat. Anyway, we can grab that missile for now. But ultimately, this just ends up being a big old dead end. But wait, there's this other path down here, which is blocked off by these security gates. Gate lock engaged, the controls are on the other side. Now, if you're a really good speedrunner, you can do some sort of morph ball bomb shenanigans to jump over / through that fence. Let's not. But that should just about sum everything up. There's kind of some interesting stuff in the other direction, but we'll talk about that next time because that's where we're heading. We have completed our investigation of the Chozo ruins for a while. Next time we come back here, we're going to finish off the map, I believe. Like, I don't think we're coming back here until after we have, at the very least, X-Ray and, yeah, we probably... I do not intend to come back here until I have Grapple Beam, X-Ray, and the Gravity Suit, which will allow us to get all of the items that we've had to leave behind in those little corners. And then this section here, which was through the magma pool. So, yeah, we're done with Chozo Ruins until endgame. So, let's make sure we're all saved up. And we're going to call it a day. Next time, what's through here? Ooh, I wonder. We'll talk about that next time. Alright, thank you very much for watching. I've been Bryce. This has been VHS Play. Have yourself a lovely evening.